Here we go in slow-mo. You better go just for echo. Here we go in slow-mo. You better go just for echo. Okay. I think we might be live. I'm using new software today. I'm just tweaking it. Well, the count hasn't started. Well, there it is. You're live. It does say that. This is a different page. I haven't seen that page. So we're going to be listening to Primal Bald Guy, interviewing Vegetable Police, which just happened about 16 hours ago. And what's better about my channel right here, listening to it here, is you're going to hear my commentary, which means you're going to hear some truth coming out while the video's paused. See, you can't get that like on TV. I got a comment here. Okay, sorry, I didn't get the notification until just now. Let's see what this is about. Yesterday's video of mine. Didn't get the notification. What does that mean? Let's see, probably should have been. I got a reply here. What's the notification? I think I'm live now. Now, can you check? And we're gonna start going here. Okay, Vegetable Police, vegan to carnivore update. And what's next? Oh, he's gonna talk about what's next. Well, he's been teasing us with that for weeks, and I predict he will continue to do that. Okay. I'll see if I got comments yet. There we go. We're getting some numbers here. So things are working. Thanks for comments. Super chat. Okay. We are starting now. This ad for eggs. Skipping ahead.
The Vegetable Police. I'm playing a siren. I don't think Casey can hear it. The audience can hear the siren.
I can hear it.
Good.
That's perfect.
Good. All right. What's up, Casey? Got the Vegetable Police.
Not much.
Casey's got a channel on YouTube. If you guys aren't already subscribed to Mr. Casey on the Vegetable Police, you got to check him out. He's got a nice, really funny, lighthearted, but occasionally going deep channel, exploring health and wellness and kind of like a one man's personal journey through all this madness. And I've been subscribed to him for a little while. watching him kind of change his ideas, his views, and everything. And we talked to Casey. Shoot, how long ago was that, man? Was that a month ago or 2 months ago?
Feels like we did it 30 days after I went carnivore, so it might have even been like 2 months by now.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah,
I think
because
we're about due for an update. So does that mean that you're now 3 months carnivore? Like 90 days?
Yeah, 90 days is exactly what Casey said in his video 2 days ago. And no, it hasn't been 90 days. Well, let's see here. I remember the exact day here. I have it memorized. July 24, July, August, September. So it's been about almost 2.5 months. That's 73 days, dude. There's your first correction. And there's going to be a lot more. I haven't seen this, but I know. I cover Vegetable Police, all his diet related videos. And I figured out the score by now. So I know what's going to go down here. A lot of corrections coming.
Carnivorous?
I think we're at like 4 months now. My timeline's a little messed up, but
Dang.
yeah,
Well,
I've been carnivore.
That's exactly what I was going to say earlier. His sense of time is warped here. I've gotten that too. Because my life's so chaotic right now. So yeah, that tells you something about what's going on in his life there. His time is... Oh, he acknowledges that too, that he's not sure his sense of time is warped. I want to say to my viewers, post a comment, let me know that everything's working here, the video, and how is the audio. Someone said I posted, I have been the same guy, very rude to special ed on other channels. I have not gotten the post or any comments yet, which has me wondering. It's so convoluted how this works. Let's try or something. Watch it on a different window here. Isn't the same guy? 5 words. Very rude to special ed on 4 thumbs up. No comments. I have not gotten. There's the comment. Vegan Jerry over here. I'm having trouble hearing you. Wondering. Video good. Your audio is a tad quiet. It's so convoluted. Okay. How this works. Let's try or something. Oh, and I need to mute the window here. Isn't the same guy? 5 words. Okay, I got that fixed, and I'm gonna fix my audio. Hey, knife. No. Recording devices. Levels. For now, I'll do the microphone boost. That creates some kind of weird metallic sound, so let me know. Yes, good setup. Someone said, yes, I'm using new software. And I'm just getting started here. I just started using this. I have no idea what I'm doing. As for audio, let's see if I can tweak some audio. I don't know about that. Okay, we're now going to continue with Primal Health Show here. Okay, there they are.
Probably in hiding. You were probably in hiding like a closeted carny for a little while, right? So maybe is there an is it obscured for your own safety kind of a thing?
Yeah, I did it behind the scenes and then kind of hoping it failed, just be like, yeah, this doesn't work, guys. But
yeah, this is irritating when he does this. It doesn't work. No one has ever done this kind of diet long term. People can fast almost as long as he's been doing this thing. Some people feel good fasting. Some people can eat a total junk food diet for years before they collapse. What has happened here is Vegetable Police has a pretty rare condition which was caused by the foods he was eating, which he is no longer eating now. And this is left out of the dialogue between these two, which is what I just said there is reminding me of my upcoming video that I'm going to upload right after I finish this live broadcast. This video took me 10 plus hours to produce, edit, refine, to create this masterpiece. And you're going to want to check that out. Oh, I think I'll even give a preview coming up in a few minutes. Oh, yeah.
then I just started feeling so good. I was like, ah.
So I started feeling so good. Well, he's had that experience before. Well, when he fasts, he's no longer eating the food. And all of a sudden, he feels so good because of what he's feeling is the underlying health that he has under his condition. When that goes away, he feels really good health. And why is that? Because he's been a vegan for 10 years. How did I say that? And he's done brief periods of high fruitarian. That's where you get your health. That's actually what he's experiencing. Plus, I think he's lying here and there. Probably covering more of that.
Ah, shit, I'm gonna have to change my whole life now, my whole channel, everything.
And that's bullcrap. He doesn't have to change his life. He knows full well that when you got a YouTube channel that you can put on any kind of show you want. This bald guy over here that you see him, I guess this guy, he said in this very video, they started talking about that very thing, about people they can put on any kind of show or illusion that they want. It's 7 minutes, about 7 minutes a day you're seeing of this person's life, and you don't really know. That's what he said. But what's he saying here?
It's just like, oh man.
And it's
Embrace
been
for the
kind
vegan
of
storm as well.
How has that been going, man? The last time we talked, it was kind of the middle of maybe kind of what one would call perhaps a shit storm of controversy. I mean, maybe I don't think it's so warranted. I mean, it's one guy deciding to not be vegan at the moment.
Well, that's not all there's going on here. You know that. He's trying to make an all-meat diet sound so normal you don't even have to bring it up. That's pretty ridiculous. I want to mention also to my commenters, to my viewers, that you should become commenters. Post a comment on Primal Edge's new videos. He has a new one just up. Oh yeah, you should go there right now on the new video and post a comment just to get in early. Tell them I'm currently live. Tell them some weird vegan is reviewing Primal Edge video from yesterday. Live right now. Go do that right now. And one of my regular viewers here, fellow has been a vegan iniquity, said that she posted a comment just a couple minutes ago under the Primal Edge Help Vegetable Police live stream. And that's good. That's good. Some people will see it. At this point, the video kind of old now. It would be better to post comments under threads, and most people will see the comment. Look for threads where there's a lot of thumbs up and other replies. And we will now get back to the interview.
But it did seem to stir up quite a controversy, and yeah, you want to go back?
Yeah. The vegetable police, though, over there, trying not to smile.
To that time, take a little trip down memory lane, tug on the heartstrings back then. I mean, what was going on when you first?
So he was saying, "Oh man, this diet's working, so I'm going to have to make my channel all about that." Meanwhile, a few seconds earlier, he was saying he was doing this diet behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, people. It's easy to do that. You can have anything going on behind the camera, and no one will know. And that's exactly what he was doing, and we didn't know. We were still guessing at the timeline. This reminds me, I think it was Foot Soldier. He had a video back a ways, which actually he created a timeline, a big graph. Well, a bunch of stuff out of it. That's what we need. I just didn't want to bother.
You first stopped eating the vegetables, you started eating the meat. And what's going on in your mind emotionally and psychologically?
Yeah, I was saying yesterday, it's actually true that we are not meant to eat most vegetables. That doesn't mean vegetables are. Well, that doesn't mean plants are bad. We're meant to eat certain plants.
Yeah, it was a rough transition that I feel like I'm finally overcoming. Like, for the longest time, I was just so worried about pissing off vegans. I was just like, damn it, I was a vegan.
Now he likes doing it. They both do. It's so typical of anti-vegans. And man, 2010 is when I first noticed something. And it stuck out to me. People don't really talk about this much, though. All of a sudden, I noticed a trend going on in the chatter on the internet where I didn't see it before. And it was just many people saying that I used to be a vegan. I tried that for a few years. But I have learned. And so it's people saying that they were vegan. And people just buy into this stuff. People say, "Oh, there's a lot of vegans who failed the vegan diet, went off it, and they're eating a lot of meat now, and that's working." No, these people are saying that, and I never saw anyone saying that prior to 2010. Then all of a sudden, I saw a lot of people doing that. And here we are today. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
All into the vegan world, and then I change, and I'm like,
well, he wasn't all into the vegan world. To quote him, many times he said, I never really wanted to be a vegan. It wasn't my intention. I think he went vegan for the same reason he has now went carnivore. It's because, well, let me put it this way. His channel is one of the fastest growing channels that I've ever seen. It just keeps going up at a fast rate. Why is that? Well, let's see. For like 3 years. He started the same year I started. A lot of people don't realize that. They think his channel took off. It was just growing all along. No, for like 3 years he was at the low levels I was at. He didn't move at all, and his channel didn't increase in popularity. Then comes in all of the fasting, and then comes in all of a sudden he's doing keto. You know, at that point, like 3 years ago, that was really a controversial thing for a vegan to do because we hadn't seen that at that point. I was on the cutting edge of doing crazy stuff, which from today's standpoint, it doesn't seem as crazy anymore, but it was when he started. He was at the cutting edge. I think this guy might be secretly smart. Then bring in the turpentine. Oh, people are getting too used to all these crazy antics and trying these new diets. How about something that's not even food?
sorry guys, I'll try to go vegan again. Don't hurt me. Like that's what this whole thing was. It's like I just kept trying, thinking in the back of my mind, I'll probably be vegan again one day. I'm just gonna fix my gut on the carnivore thing and then go back. But the more I do it, I'm just like, why go back? I feel fantastic.
Oh my God. Why go back? Why go back? Well, let's look up why. Why should vegetable police go back? Stop watching people. Here it is. Should have been faster there.
That could be a possibility, or a keto diet. It's just like, I'll eat whatever's healthy, whatever I think they feel. Inflammation, fun. Where's the have to live that?
Oh, that wasn't it. Yeah, it should be in here. Yeah, let's do that. But you know what he said. You know. Here it is. Why? Why go back to veganism? I feel so good.
Pro-oxidant.
Well, for pro-oxidants. And another reason is because of what I just said. This diet is not sustainable. He is new to the diet. He said in this very interview later on, 2 hours in, that I felt great at first, the first year of veganism, like a lot of vegans did. Maybe that'll happen here too. He said that. What other reasons can he himself give to go back to being vegan and to not eat a high meat diet?
Pro-oxidants. That's your goal. The opposite. Science has shown us that animal protein is damaging to our health.
Thank you very much, Casey.
And it's not just the protein, it's
Right, tell us more, Casey.
the fat, it's the blood, the iron, the carnitine, you name it. It's the whole package. It's like every single thing is bad. There's the odd good thing, but there's like 3 good things to 573 bad things.
Thank you very much, Casey. Now let's continue on with today's Casey.
I've never felt this good.
Yes, he has.
In all areas of my life, my confidence has improved. I want to.
That has nothing to do with me. That's. I could see in the comments they start talking about crazy shit here. They're trying to give me the credit for your personality change. Well, let me tell you, when I first started making videos, I was really awkward for many months. I felt awkward making videos. When I heard about live videos, I thought, oh, I couldn't do that. Making videos has greatly improved my confidence. In my mid-40s. Right. It has nothing to do with diet.
Socialize now for the first time. It's like I was just so withdrawn. I didn't expect the mental changes and the emotional awakening. I'm just like,
Also remember that he went carnivore just just a few months after he took off from the country he's lived in his whole life, I think, and started traveling the world. Well, that's a big change. That'll have a change in your personality. And the reason he moved was for the fruit.
whoa, I feel alive and happy. What's happening? Like, why would I go back to the starvation approach I was doing with all the fiber in my gut and just wasn't working?
I'm sorry I have to keep pausing. That's the first there. Yeah, lately he's been just repeating the same stuff, but here he just said something new. He's been starving. He says he's been starving back on the diet he was on 3 months earlier. But he was gaining muscle. I'm sorry, you can't gain muscle while you're starving.
How quickly did you, I mean, how soon after kind of transitioning did you feel this way? Because last time we talked, it seemed like you were like at a spot where you were feeling pretty good. You know, you felt pretty good, but you were still skeptical. You mentioned, I'll probably end up going back vegan again. I'm thinking about going and seeing the life.
Yes. Comment from the rebalancer. He says, go back to a what? What's he going to go back to? He wasn't a vegan. Well, he was veganish, though, to be fair. Yeah, go back to how about keto vegan, fruitarian vegan, fasting? Go back to what? Turpentine?
Generator in Hawaii. I'm thinking about doing this and that. There were all these ideas floating around, and it seemed like there was
Mm-hmm.
kind of a little bit of guilt, shame, still lingering, still dealing with kind of like coming to grips with the identity change. I mean, 2 more months down the line, has how has that changed? It seems like you're much more stable on your feet now, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm finally getting over it, and it's just like I keep feeling better and better, so it's making me no longer question like,
Making me no longer care about the cow that he says he forever has a bond with.
I didn't feel good as a vegan. I do want to add in more plants.
Yes, there were times when he did feel good. He cured his ulcerative colitis, and we remember.
Eventually and get some like I want to try some avocados and olives in there and get some
So
plant
you
fats.
haven't joined the Plants for the fucking Devil crowd yet, have you?
No.
I wish these people would stop cursing because they're taking the monetization off my video. That's the reason you don't see any ads on his video, and you saw this long ad that he put there at the beginning of his video for eggs, some egg product. He's got his own advertising because he's got 99,000 subscribers, and he can get sponsors. Yay, meat, dairy. It's a win-win. Yeah. It's very clear what's healthy. Because look at the people who ate animal products. They're so popular. It stood the test of time. And here in the U.S., where people eat the most animal products, we're the disease capital of the world, obesity capital of the world, cancer capital of the world. But it's the white rice. Forget that 1 billion people in China live off white rice.
No, definitely not. There is a balance to be had here. It's like plants can be healthy if you can digest them. Meat definitely healthy. It's easier to digest. It's like that's the most
That's a
shocking
big
thing.
one.
Plus, well, it's just kind of hard to listen to. As Joe Rogan was saying the other day there, and I have him in my upcoming video, so I recall exactly what he says. It's one thing for these people to have these results where they're benefiting somehow from this diet change. But it's another thing for these uninformed, uneducated, non-experts to make claims like meat is definitely healthy and easy to digest. No, it's the hardest food to digest. We all know this stuff. And here's the reason. Meat is animal muscle. For the animal to have created that muscle, it took plants. And it took all the material from the plants and built that material up to create muscle. For instance, the animal gets to create the protein. The animal doesn't use protein. It breaks down the protein from the plants, then creates protein from those amino acids. And it's very complex protein. It built up complex molecules complex chains of amino acids. So if you're going to eat that muscle and get any protein out of it, actually amino acids is what you get, what you need. You need to break all that down. Then there's the fat. Again, you need to break that down. And then there's the fact that human beings are not omnivores. We're clearly made for fruit because it works so well. Fruit hardly even needs to be digested. It's such a simple food. That's what we're made for. Our digestive system is not very powerful. Meat hardly digests at all. It doesn't build the body. It can't. These animals with all this muscle that they are eating. Those animals are vegan.
That people don't understand, and I didn't understand this either. And it actually even took me years of eating meat with plants, and then like gradually allowing myself less and less plants on the plate to realize that it's like, dude, meat is the freaking easiest thing in the world to digest, even especially, believe it or not, raw meat is super easy to digest. The more rare and raw it is for me, I don't know, I find myself craving it in that form.
Yeah.
Let's talk about poop. What are the
Yeah.
digestive differences between high fiber vegan diet, which a vegan diet's going to be. Is there a way to not do a high fiber vegan diet?
Uh, I actually got a Facebook message from somebody, a vegan, like he was real pissed that I went back to carnivore, or went to carnivore from vegan, and he was just like, have you thought of trying a fake meat diet? Because that's low in fiber. So he wanted me on all 100% soy meat and wheat gluten. And I was like, how the hell is that going to bring my health
The
back? It's like,
impossible diet.
Yeah, that's irritating. There's this this stereotype of vegans as eating and having to eat a lot of soy and gluten. You shouldn't eat either one of those. Those are the worst things for vegans that vegans eat. So I don't know about this crap. And notice he's bringing in the worst advice that a vegan gave him, and having a good laugh at that with the carnivore man here. All right.
Beyond diet.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So,
For my new viewers, it is ridiculous, and I'm proving that here every day. I'm only 8 minutes into this video. I've gone on, I don't know how long. I can just keep doing this all day. I've just begun debunking this stuff. Okay, getting a lot of comments in here. Let's check out some of my comments, and I'll answer anything. I am the truth here. I have nothing to hide behind a screen. He pisses me off. Yes, it's gotten kind of angering. LOL. He admitted he was only plant-based, not vegan. And that label's more appealing to his new audience. He's trying to appeal to both vegans and meat eaters, yes. And the reason is It's the reason for his whole channel is to make money. You know, he's shirts. You know, he doesn't have a job. He's never had a job. Rebalancer. His new audience must enjoy hearing that he's an ex-vegan. Yeah. So why should he sell? Oh, rather than ex-plant-based. Vegan is such a buzzword. Yeah, and he knows it. So we can't just drop that word. He's got to keep using it. It gets you views. I agree. Isn't there something addictive in meat? That does sound familiar. There's excitotoxins that do cause a good feeling in the thalamus or whatever. And just like drugs do, but drugs aren't good for you. Isn't it possible to take back donations for about 6 months? Sorry, I don't think so. Be careful about regrets.
Like the differences are incredible not having fiber in there. And I will say there's a couple periods of my vegan journey where I wasn't bloated at all. And I think it was mostly during the fruitarian style phase, but
Wow,
it's
now
like
that's so surprising to me because I kind of associate.
Hopefully there's no video delay and you saw that I knew exactly where he was going just before he said it, because I know, because I have that first-hand experience. Then this bald fool comes in and says, oh, that's so surprising. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've got 23 years experience eating a high fruit diet with periods of all fruit all the time. So let's see. Now you're about to hear this bald guy explain. He's going to take the subject of nutrition and rewrite it and turn your whole reality inside out. Listen to how he does this.
Mentally, I haven't eaten a lot of fruit in a long time, but when the time when I was playing around with veganism, I definitely associate fruit with bloat. That's
you can get to a point where here's the thing though, if you eat like a giant cooked meal at night, then pretty much if you have fruit the next day, there's a good chance that fruit's going to run into your asshole cooked food meal and they're going to fight it out. And it's like, so there was a period.
I'm seeing Christian, what's his name there? So seeing him nodding about that idea, it makes sense. Yeah. And what's interesting is it makes me think of Life Regenerator, who they just brought up about 3 or 4 minutes ago. Not a coincidence, because that's probably where they got it from. Life Regenerator talked about this in a video well over a year ago, where he said some stuff like, yeah, when the fruit runs into the last meal, the fruit ferments. And so vegans, all these vegans out there are kind of food drunks. And I debunked that in a video. How about, I'll put that video link in the description below. Later on you can get that. Or you could just search DTM, maybe food drunks, maybe. I don't know. Fruitarian is a key word there, probably used.
Period where I was like 100% raw. My dinner was romaine lettuce on a cutting board, just like 4 heads. I'm just chewing it like a cow. And I'm like, this sucks. This sucks. But I'm not bloated.
I don't know where it's going, but if my body has been creating fermented, oh yeah, it all ferments. Maybe if my body has been creating alcohol, beer basically, off the fruit and grains I've been eating for 23 years, wouldn't you think it would be clear? Wouldn't you think my face wouldn't be so clear? If I've been a drunk for 23 years, it would be clear by now. But I look like I'm really clean and healthy. People have told me before, you look healthy. What are you doing? You must be living real healthy.
Because sometimes I'll think back and I'm like,
mildly-
well, I was doing this, and now I think back and it's like, why the fuck would I do that? But when I was doing it, I was like, yeah.
And it's quite possible he may look back on today.
Yeah, this is really good. This is rad. It's perfect. Yeah.
There was a couple bites where it's like, okay, this is nice to not have sweet anymore. It's somewhat savory, but it's not like I would be thinking, oh, I wish I could have a potato or something. Like I'm just eating this lettuce like a moron. It takes like an hour and a half to eat all 4 heads, and you're just like, why did I do that? But like, so I wasn't bloated. That was nice, but I had terrible acne, fatigue all day long, and like it was just never the balance of health with the vegan diet. You can dial it in on some areas, but I don't know. I still think that some people are thriving, but I'm getting more and more people just saying they're not. And it's like, who's telling the truth on YouTube,
Maybe
really?
both are telling the truth. I mean, there's got to be a few people that actually feel good on a vegan diet.
Really? It's pretty irritating. Who's telling the truth? Well, at least he's asking that question. And I was saying yesterday, there's just not any way to really be able to tell who's telling the truth. Because people can say anything. But let me tell you this. Let me ask you this. Why would I be saying I'm a vegan and pretending like I feel good for 6 years here when it's not making me any money? It's not getting me subscribers or viewers. Why would I keep doing this?
And that it shows with, I don't know. I don't watch many vegan YouTubers. I'll cycle through phases, popping in and seeing. But yeah, it's so hard to tell sometimes. It's like, are people just putting on a show for the?
If you notice the volume going down, that's not on my end. This guy's got 99,000 subscribers on a professional setup. It's clear he's got high quality equipment here. The problem is he keeps getting too close and too far away from his microphone. You know, this is all he does is live videos, isn't it? He should be an expert.
Camera, because everyone wants to be perfect on social media, especially if you're promoting some ideology or diet, you know. So it could be hard for me to know. I mean, do you get people contacting you that maybe I don't know. I mean, like I've had other vegan YouTubers contact me and tell me that they're not ready to like talk about it yet, but they have been eating meat and feeling much better. Some
There he goes. He just moved real close to the microphone. You can see that. And it's distorted when he does that. Does he watch his own videos? Hey, Tristan. Do you watch your own videos? He doesn't have the time for that. He's got more videos to make because the money is flowing.
of them going more of a carnivorous style approach because they seem to have really, really bad sensitivities after long-term vegan diets, and other ones just adding some meat back in and feeling better in general. But you probably get even more than that because I mean you're just straight out of veganism.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of like, there's some very popular vegan YouTubers who are telling me their struggles, but they don't.
That's pretty dirty to be saying that. Not only do I not believe that because I don't want to believe it, because it doesn't fit my ideology, but there's actually a logical reason to not believe it. It just occurred to me. It's popular YouTubers. Let's picture some. How about Christina? Yeah, it's quite possible that she has just been acting like a giddy teenage girl all these years. And behind the scenes of her high quality camera, Hollywood quality camera there, she's calling up vegetable police and telling him all of her problems in the hopes that he will be able to give just the right words of wisdom.
Talk about them on their channel. There's some smaller YouTubers that are also struggling, telling me about it. And then in my
Yes, he is the go-to person. He is the master. Let's all pray to this godly ex-vegan.
comment section, I'm getting a lot of like vegans that are struggling and have tried the carnivore diet and are feeling a lot better. So we got like anecdotes all out the yin yang over here. It's just like
That's
it works. It does work.
It's going to be interesting to see where all this goes. I mean, what's going to be going
when all you got is anecdotes and what's the word? When that's all you got, that's a red flag. That guy, I forget his name. Yeah, the Meat Heels guy. Meat Heels, hashtag. His website is just nothing but anecdotal stories. Oh, and Rob Wolf. I looked through his book many years ago, and there's just no science information there. It's all his story and the interpretation of how he saw his life unfolding as he changed his diets. And of course, he got it all warped. Mm-hmm.
like 2 years from now? What's going to be happening? Because there has been this, I mean, if you've watched vegan YouTube for a long time, it's kind of been like vegan YouTube versus the world. It's
all about the trends and what's going to be happening 2 years from now. So 2 years ago, I was thinking, I need to get on the next trend when it happens. That's how you make it. You get in early on whatever's happening. Whatever the popular ones make happen, they're the ones with the power. I can't start a trend. I have to jump on the trend fast, get in on the ground floor. And so you got to wait for it. You got to be in position where you're going to find what this trend is. Well, guess what? When you don't know what the trend is going to be, now looking back, I can say the trend, that next thing after paleo, that was keto. And I did make some keto videos like 2 years ago. And I was saying, oh, yeah, those videos did pretty well. And I think they continue to get views today because they get into search results because of that. It was about a year ago I made what I thought was a bold statement, bold prediction that keto would be the next big mainstream thing. I was a little late saying that. It was already kind of big on the internet. And then Dr. Oz saw what was going on the internet. And then he started talking about it on the show, brought it to the mainstream audience. This is the danger, this is the worst thing about the internet. That it can create out of BS and then get picked up by mainstream. That's one of the main reasons Trump won the election.
You've paid attention to it. It's an interesting niche, and now veganism has, it's like this nemesis with carnivore, right? It's like there's this polar opposite side of like, and it's not even nemesis as in, you know, oh, carnivores and vegans should hate each other. It's just as far as the belief of the diet goes, like plants are good gets totally thrown out the window by this certain subsect of the population that's experimenting with a plantless diet and seem to be doing really well on it. It just like really shifts the perspective in Overton window away from like, yes, we all.
Exactly what they're doing. That's why it's very suspicious. Soon after I got into this community, 2009, 2010 especially, I started noticing. And I've told this to my audience. I don't know if they really believe it. There is a vast anti-vegan agenda. And the internet is very ripe for this kind of stuff. People planting information and creating bots. Just setting up all these dummy accounts to make it look like something's happening. And make no mistake, the meat industry is an industry. And businesses have employees called propagandists. That's what they were called back in the 50s. But they don't use that word anymore. It's just business. And I think this is the latest thing that the meat industry is doing. Because they're at a loss. This is their last straw. How can we just make plants in general look bad? What do they all have in common? Fiber. Now as Joe Rogan said, you got these people out there that are not saying that just plants are bad, fiber's bad. 2 days ago, Vegetable Police said fiber sucks.
All agree that plants are good and that, you know, the question is just how much meat should we eat? It's like this whole group of people that's kind of just like, well, we're just eating all meat and we feel fantastic. So
and that's just perfect. Make no mistake, people, this is not happening. This is an illusion. It's the perfect way for the meat industry to make its last-ditch effort to survive. And they're holding on. I'm actually going to predict that this carnivore thing, this carnivore con, is going to build, as that's the way the internet works. They know what they're doing. They've seen it happen before with all sorts of other anti-vegan propaganda. All those diets, keto diet, even maybe fasting, all the low-carb stuff, the trends of vegans going anti-vegan, unnatural vegan, with all her bullcrap, all this stuff are the previous movements of the meat industry to try to stop veganism and the promotion of plants as being healthy and meat not being healthy. Here you got a huge trillion-dollar meat industry that's at rest. You can't have a business that big collapse. It will really mess up the U.S. economy if that were to happen. So you can't have that.
This is it's a really interesting time, but yeah. So I want to go back to your personal thing because we could wax poetic about what the hell's going on, and we really, I mean, it's almost impossible to really know like the grand perspective of it. But so like your mood and your confidence. I mean, what's up with that? When did you start noticing changes in confidence and mood?
Well, he may have started noticing it just a couple of weeks after going all meat. But maybe some of his audience may be able to trace it back to when he moved out of AC Canada, left his girlfriend, and then all of a sudden he's feeling more sociable after that. Does not add up. So I'm going to skip this stuff because we got a long ways to go, and I've decided to just stick with this for a while here. Go another hour maybe, because that's how you got to just stay on live until people find you. That's how I can attract these people to my channel. These people need to wake up, and I'm going to be here for another hour, exercising and ranting. Where do I get the energy?
Funny, like I moved out here to Thailand to heal my physical body, planned on going on a fruit fast, just nothing but mangoes or something, and I didn't expect the mind changes. Like that's been what I got. Like I got what I needed out here. I feel confident, I feel independent, I feel like I can take care of myself now. My YouTube channel grew up to where like I can support myself, and I feel so much better about life. It's like I don't need
it's
any
like
more
you're coming out of the
healing.
cave, man. Coming out of the
Yeah,
cave.
it's exactly. So I am thinking of moving back to Canada soon to be with my girlfriend. I've been away from her for about a year now.
Now
And it's
that's
like
something
I
that
got
interests me
what I
so
needed.
much. It's like
I've commented on this on a previous video, but I will now repeat that here for you, in case you didn't see that. I said, what? He's so much of a noob that he thinks his girlfriend is still going to be waiting for him. And one of my female viewers commented, yeah, she's not going to want his meat breath. Meat sweats body. I just made that one up. You think she hasn't moved on in a year?
Do you think veganism made you unconsciously become an incel? Like, did
Oh. Oh. All right. That's interesting. Does Tristan know that? I guess he knows that his audience knows that word. So I guess he uses it on his channel often. Why does that word come up? I assume that a lot of my audience won't know that word because I wouldn't know that word if it wasn't for going into an unusual circle and some research. It had nothing to do with diet. The word incel stands for involuntarily celibate. Which there's no connection. Also, there's no real such thing as involuntary. Well, you get the drift. So I just think it's pretty tacky for him to go in that direction. But wait, he supposedly had this supposed girlfriend over a year ago. But he was veganish then. Oh, vegan gains. From what I know about him, in the first 2 years of his channel, it looked like he was celibate. Voluntarily, of course. And he was antisocial. And then all of a sudden, he used to talk about how he doesn't want a social life at all. And all of a sudden, girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, marriage. What's next? Gee, what comes after that?
veganism like unconsciously drive you to just being so socially, isolating yourself? I mean, maybe not veganism, but certain nutrient deficiencies, perhaps. Maybe not a problem just with veganism, but with the way you did veganism, or not even enough veganism, or whatever you want to call it. Do you think that?
No, it was happening my whole life pretty much, so I can just say that veganism didn't fix it. Like veganism didn't cause it because it was already happening. I was socially withdrawn always.
Yeah. For me, I'm similar. I'm not into socialism, into social lifestyle. And what I figured out, what I realized way afterwards, was that I was unsociable, lived I can't think of the word, man. I'm pretty burned out with thinking. Just lived a personal life I forget the word. And I think that helped. I think that had to be in place for me to find veganism. I think veganism spawned from that. Because if I was just a regular person hanging out with regular meat-eating people, one of the reasons I wasn't living like a regular person was because of my health problems. And so both my antisocial lifestyle and veganism both happened because of my health problems. So, too bad, Primal Bald guy. You're barking up the wrong tree.
And so, like, I was vegan for 10 years and I wasn't getting out of that cave. I would ignore messages. Like, I get all these requests from people wanting to meet up. And I'm just like, oh, no. I just ignore them. I'm just like, no. I just had no confidence. And now, like, whenever somebody messages me, like, I go and meet them. I met, like, 4 people.
That's caused by practice of making videos and having a social life through the internet. That's also what happened to me. Guess what? I'm still vegan.
Here within the first couple weeks. And I'm just like, yeah, sure. You want to go hang out? Let's go hang out. Let's go walk on the beach. Let's talk. I don't care who you are. It's like, let's have fun.
Yeah, we talked last time we talked. You mentioned that how like there were a lot of people who hit you up and you're just like, yeah, I got a pimple, or I got, you know, whatever, this or that's not perfect or something. It's just like whatever excuse we can throw out, like we'll use that to isolate.
Excuse? How do you explain veg fest? I went to one. Yeah.
I think I think
Yeah,
a lot of people doing YouTube are kind of similar, like introverted extroverts, kind of. You know, creative introverts where like you're you're performing to a certain extent, right? Like you're, very very creative.
Yeah. On the outside, I'm an introvert, and on the inside, I'm an outrovert. Whatever the word is. Now, because I've kept it in for so long, I now have this medium where I can put a whole bunch of stuff out there without anybody actually in the room.
Platform, but at the same time, maybe very very sensitive and introverted. Like, well, your last video, I just saw the title, and I think you talked on our last time we talked about a stream. You kind of told this story, but do you wanna go into that? You kind of you see this as like the genesis of this kind of social anxiety type thing, or what?
The teacher story. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell it briefly. Just, I was in kindergarten class and
Okay, we heard this yesterday and the day before. Let's skip ahead, see if we can find something else that's interesting.
It'd be like one little shit storm of a kid. Fucking right. Well, the whole public education system is designed that way intentionally. Like if you actually read the early literature from the people who started the public education system, there's this book, this woman. It's like a 1,000-page tome. It's called The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America, and she basically just pulls primary.
Yes, and it's irritating that these carnivores are taking our thing, man. That was the vegan thing. We're the ones that have it right.
sources and quotes from the people who started the whole system, and it's.
And what's ironic here, it's one reason they want to keep us dumbed down. It's not just because they want us to be dumb. There's certain benefits that society will get, our current form of society will get from keeping us dumb. It's they will keep us eating meat and junk food and fast food and all the things that are currently in place. They don't want us smartening up because that will really cause disturbance in the economy. So this guy here, this bald guy, is on the dark side. He's bald, like Darth Vader ended up being.
It's this utopian ideal about making everybody think, act, and behave the same using behaviorism. Pavlovian training, you ring a bell, the dog salivates.
Yeah.
It's that model. They call it the Prussian model. It was basically throughout the entire Western world has been used to create what we have today. This.
Yeah, the whole, he's lucky that meat is an option because it's not natural. We got these factory farms that really fit into a dystopian worldview. And that's where these guys are getting their meat from.
Whatever, malleable population. You ever read that guy John Taylor Gatto? He's got.
Oh, shut up. This guy's always pulling out names no one knows to try to make himself look smart because he is a pseudo-intellectual. Oh, look at him. Look at this guy. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. You play the meat man on the YouTube.
And I don't know why, but
Get your money for nothing and your checks for free.
this guy got confident one day and he was like, I will challenge anybody in this room to a arm wrestling match. And so this was high school. We're 15 or 16-year-olds. And we had this one pretty tall Asian guy. He had the best posture I've ever seen in my life. He just had the perfectly straight back. He must have been taught from an early age, never slouch, young man. Just
his mom's whipping
best...
him in the back when he slouches at the dinner table. Oh, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Yeah, straightest back you've ever seen. So he answered the call. He answered the challenge. And I tell you, they're even. And the teacher couldn't even move him. And I was like, oh my God. And the teacher actually ended up losing that match. And he was just so defeated at the end. He was like, oh
writes
my
him
God,
a referral.
I
He's
lost.
like, you're fucking going to the fucking principal right now. It's
yeah.
Writes him a fake referral, sends him out.
Yeah. Yeah, I never saw him again. He disappeared. He was taken away, the student.
I just realized we don't want to hear this. I have no idea what's going on. But let's take a look at their comments. Yeah. What have people been saying who watched this Primal Bald guy? I know it's been mentioned 20 billion times, but Vegetable Police is noticeably better, and I already know what he's going to say, but because there's 20 million people putting out the same propaganda. There's people in the comments, these people. And BP, he gets these comments on his channel. And his channel has been engineered. I think there might be a better word. He's created it. He's weeded out people like me and other people who will say certain things. And all that's left is people praising him. This is what it's like on a lot of channels now. And that's they created this illusion to make it look like they are just great. It's anonymous. So, and you got these people who are, their vision is warped. Who was it that was talking about this? But there's got to be a word when people think, when people get an idea in their head, it changes the way they see things. And they're seeing, they're imagining that he looks better, that he's noticeably more muscular, and his hair, you'd probably even say his skin is better, even though he's got the beef herpes. But no, he looked like this before. If you go back, you'll see it. If you can view clearly. Got another comment in. Wow, all these years of plant-based living
in this curation of goods
did wonders for you, didn't it? Well, a little bit. Yes, it did. Yeah. I'm live now. One hour into my rant / workout. I'm going another hour. Debunking BP and Primal Edge. Okay. Back to them.
How's your skin looking today? Oh, no, he's dying. He's dying. Look at him. He doesn't have enough money.
Well, yeah, that just reminded me of what I was doing. I was reading the comments. VP has noticeably better body composition. Well, I think he's standing up straighter. Before carnivore, after carnivore. Before carnivore, after carnivore. Before clear skin. There you go. This guy's saying this guy's claiming that Casey has clear skin now and thicker hair. Well, it's clear he's doing something with his hair. There's a product called mousse. It was popular in the 80s. After going carnivore. Anybody who says otherwise is blind or delusional. Yes, yes. I just had a ton of mackerel, and I'm in heaven with my meat sweats, meat gut, meat belly. Hey, if you like mad cow, beer-fed beef tastes awesome. BP looking beefy since I last saw him. Well, I think he is inflamed. But remember, he had been making gains over the last year or two. Why wouldn't he continue to do that? Because, he's not on the carnivore diet. Behind the scenes, he's eating probably 3-4 meals a day, packing it in, maybe taking steroids. What makes these people think that he's telling the truth? Just happy that DP is much closer now to optimal health than he was as a vegan. I'm happy about that. Every single person on earth deserves to be their healthiest self. Every single person. No one else. Is he including black people? What about gay people? Did he almost say public incrimination? Let's see. Pavlov. Intentional. You can control people with promises of rewards and fear. Dude was amazing. Watch his 7 lessons of school teachers are teaching. I hated school also, so did I. Made a live stream blog from time. Okay. Yeah. That's all.
Muscle. Had people requesting to see my tongue in the comments. They're like,
That's a good one.
show us your tongue if you're so healthy. Like, because.
And he's not going to do it, right? It's like this Primal Edge guy in this same interview. He said, these freaking vegans want to get me to grow my hair out. They're gaslighting me. Gee, I can't stand to have hair. And so he's not going to do it. That's right, he's not going to do it. The vegetable place probably won't show us this time.
The Chinese medicine,
my
they're
tongue
all
is so
into
dry right
that.
now. I did a sauna earlier. The whole mouth is so dry. I'm so thirsty, but I just ate, so I'm trying not to drink too much water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed on the carnivore diet is my tongue, the coating went away. It's now just like, it looks like a regular.
BS, that's just craziness. Meat is highly toxic. We all know this. It's got so much crap in it. And the process of breaking down all the protein And the uric acid, it stinks. And it creates a film all over your body.
Their tongue where it was just like thrashed or thrushed.
Thrush, the candida. Did it take a
Yeah.
while for your digestive tract to get adjusted to carnivore?
Yes. And it's still adjusting.
Ooh, he is being honest. He's a really honest person, man. That's kind of strange. Again, but he's contradicting himself. On the one hand, he says, I'm doing so great, it's ridiculous. Now he's saying he's still adjusting to this diet. He hasn't even adjusted yet. Then how are you doing so great?
It was just pretty much nightmares in the beginning, but it wasn't painful. So I was like, okay, whatever. Things are exploding out of me. At least they're leaving my body. Good riddance to you. Just
What things are leaving? I think it was just yesterday or something, or in this video, where he was making fun of the idea that he needed to still cleanse after 10 years of cleansing. And now he's saying he's cleansing on beef.
don't hit me on your way out. And I was
Did that
happy
make
with
you
it. And
double think it though? Because you're like, well, maybe this isn't good. You know, I'm getting this response where this gross stuff is coming out of me when I'm transitioning.
Hey,
Perhaps
everyone.
I should not be doing this. Did it worry you at all?
All right, let's check in with Goji Man here. He just put up a video. He needs our help, plus vegetable police response. Let's check this out for a second.
Welcome back to my channel. Now a slight change to the schedule today, but I really need your help. Now you know that I never asked anything from you guys. I simply just put out as much valuable content as I can with no asks in return. Today I have a big ask.
For the record, I'm not holding this down for you.
And depression issues that I would like to help out. Vegan YouTuber with quite bad gut and depression issues that I would like to help out. Now, unlike Vegetable Police, this guy wants to look for the root cause of his problems and then fix these issues directly and not simply jump on the carnivore bandwagon. So what I want to do is fund his gut test, show you all what his underlying issues are, and then help him fix the issues. And everything will be documented here on this channel. I think case studies like this are currently super important because there are obviously a number of higher profile vegan YouTubers who are going carnivore to manage their symptoms, but the issue with this approach is that they never fix the underlying gut issues.
And this person probably is, unknown or probably not in business. Just nobody. That's why he has no reason to go carnivore.
So when there are people in the vegan community who have these type of gut issues, it is super important to put a magnifying glass on them to get the answers. We certainly don't attack them and say that you were simply doing the diet wrong or you did this to yourself or any crap like that. Now before I get into the funding of these tests etc, I want to introduce this guy. But first, let me tell you how I met him. So one Monday night back in August, I was sat flicking through some YouTube videos and in my timeline up pops this video, Goji Man's Advice by Wavy Carbs. So in the aftermath of the Vegetable Police videos that I did, I was getting a couple of hate response type videos, so I thought this was going to be another one of those. So I thought, what the heck, let's have a watch of this video and see what's being said about me.
I should use a selfie stick. But yeah, I watched one Goji Man video and I was like, oh, this guy is, he needs to be on regular rotation. I told you about Goji Man. Yeah, you did. You probably did. It was, yeah, that's right, because it was in the chat. And you know what it was, right? I was watching the Foot Soldier video, and I kept seeing people say, like, Goji every now and then you guys were talking about Goji in the comment section, and I was like, who the fuck is Goji? So then I was like, who's Goji? And then you were like, Goji Man. So I looked up Goji Man. Yeah, you said subscribe, and then I did.
Okay. Let's skip this Guy with bad language.
Listen to, who delivers the information in like this fucking.
This is why there's the thing called Super Chat, where people can donate, because you can't monetize live videos. And here's why. Because YouTube's bots can't analyze the video as it's going up because it's live.
Straight away, I love this guy, great personality, great sense of humour, and really doesn't take himself too seriously. So over the last few months we've been messaging backwards and forwards, but I didn't know that he was having any issues until last night. So again, just sat watching YouTube videos and up pops another video from Wavy Carbs. Thank God for Goji Man.
And also, and I keep sidebarring here, but this is all very pertinent. Over the course of educating myself on the vegan diet specifically, but through like side effects of eating certain foods, I realized that throughout my life, I've definitely experienced something like IBD.
When in reality...
Okay, let's just get to vegetable place.
A organic acids test, and when we have important for the overall vegan cast talking about various things, and my name popped up, and this is what he had to say.
Have you had any like...
Aha! This is pretty cool. So Goji Man, while I'm making a live video, Goji Man makes a video about the video I'm making a video about. And he popped up in the discussion. Yeah, they know him. All up. And Raw Christina has just uploaded a video. Let's see what kind of big, important issues she is delivering to her massive audience. Best ways to improve your sleep. 11 key hacks. That's pretty good. Yep. Number 1 is you got to get to bed early. Otherwise, you just can't sleep normally. Now back to Goji Man. This could be interesting.
Plant foods? You added any plant foods at all lately to try?
Yeah,
See
I'm
if you can
trying.
digest them?
I tried some 99% chocolate. That's an interesting little thing.
And what's the result
trying
there?
that.
Because cacao, I love chocolate. Like I've got chocolate right here. I've got a chocolate in my desk. I haven't even eaten chocolate in like a month though, just because I don't know.
He eats chocolate. There's no surprise. Toxic cacao, which also gives you feelings of well-being when you're not well at all.
I mess around with my diet all the time. Like I go super elemental sometimes. I like to play around. And I get blood work all the time, just test different things. Chocolate's got some oxalate, a little bit of oxalate in it. And
Yeah, I
that's kind of
seem
the
to be
only thing.
fine with it. Yeah, like I'm wondering, like I react to histamines mostly. I'm not sure if I react to oxalates. Like everybody has an oxalate limit. I don't care how healthy your digestion is. Like Goji Man will say, hey, you can always just break down the oxalates if you have good digestion. But
So on Tuesday last week, I put this video out about oxalate, and this is actually what I say about oxalates. Now, the average person will usually consume anywhere between 100 and 200 milligrams of oxalates a day in their diets. And to put this into perspective, if you have 2 cups of spinach in your smoothie a day or a similar high oxalate food, you are likely to be ingesting upwards of 1500 to 2000 milligrams of oxalates just in a single smoothie. So even with a healthy gut function, this coupled with the other oxalate foods you are consuming throughout the day will be way above what most people's bodies and guts can tolerate, and longer term you are likely to start running into all manner of health issues. And just to give you some perspective here again, if you were to take a dose of around 1500 to 2000 milligrams of oxalates in a day, in which your gut didn't process it and it went straight into your bloodstream, this amount would potentially be a lethal dose. So vegetable police, stop trying to twist my words to fit your own agenda. This is not the first time you've done it. You chose the carnivore diet to manage your symptoms, and I respect that. That's your choice. But like I have repeatedly said to you on videos and on email, all you are doing is managing your symptoms with an elemental type diet. You are not fixing the underlying bacterial problems. And this nonsense that you and Primal Edge were talking about on the live stream about the carnivore diet killing off the bacteria because you are cutting off their food supply, well, to be fair, it's laughable. So certain types of SIBO, such as methane dominance or hydrogen sulfide type dominance, these bacteria can still ferment in the absence of carbs, so they will feed off the protein and fat. So yes, absolutely.
Really? They're trying to change the information and revise it. If we just all get people saying that cancer feeds off carbs, then people will believe it because enough people are saying it. But it feeds off other stuff. Maybe not as efficiently because carbs are so efficient.
Your symptoms will reduce dramatically by going carnivore as their preferred food is limited, but they are still there. And vegetable police, you know this and everyone else knows this because every time you try and eat fruits and vegetables, you get another whack in symptoms. Anyhow, stop talking about me. If you've got something you want to say directly to me, then let's have it out on a call. But stop twisting my words on these different podcasts to fit your own agenda. Anyway, rant over, back to the main point of this video. Please, please, please support the crowdfunding of Wavy Carbs so everyone can see the drivers of these gut issues at a very granular level and how you then fix them. This is not going to turn into another one of those I told you so with the carnivore dieters. It's just simply to get to the truth that we all want and need to understand. So that's the end of today's video. As always, if you have a question for me, then hashtag AskGojiMan in the comments below. Alternatively, send your video questions through to contact@gojimannutrition.com. And as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record.
Yeah, I'm leaving a comment, getting in early, telling people I'm in the middle of a live video. So anybody who wants to, well, if you want to go to G-Man's new video, give my comment a thumbs up. That will help my channel out.
Hello, people. So who watched?
Back to the interview.
No, just because I've heard it's common for people to go through that, and it seems most people do. It's an adaptation phase. Your body's flushing out, and my digestion, that's been my main thing that I'm working on, and it's never been great on any diet I've tried. So now it's like it's the best of all worlds right now. It's working. We're not bloated. There's no gas. That's amazing. And things don't always flow through me the way I want. Like I have these ideals where it's like, okay, every morning I want the perfect bowel movement, complete emptying of the meal I had before the night before. And it's not always like that. And I was taking magnesium for a while to try to flush things out. And I think that was giving me acne because I haven't had a breakout in like 2 months now. And yeah, that was a huge issue I was trying to overcome, acne.
So it seems like you've got a few different barometers you use. You got like your skin, right? Your digestion. Those seem to be things. And then also, I guess maybe what you're concerned with is bloating. Well, I guess that skin, digestion, and then what other barometers do you use to kind of gauge how you're feeling? It seems like you've got several things you're tracking, and sometimes they all line up, the stars line up, and you feel great.
Yeah.
Sometimes one of them gets off. Sometimes all of them are off. Sometimes one of them's perfect and the other one's all sucks. So yeah, I definitely, I know that feeling, and having a body is a strange experience to all of us. But yeah. What else do you look at?
Yeah, so mainly I focus on the digestion, my skin. Like these are the noticeable ones. Then there's my energy levels, which I'm still playing around with. I do want to talk with you about this, about the ketones and the carnivore, how much protein. We'll get into that. But also the mood. I mean, certain foods can just depress the heck out of me. And I think and itchiness. I used to get a lot of itchiness in response to foods, like histamine responses, and I don't seem to get that anymore. So there's a couple things that I notice when I eat something that isn't working, I get these symptoms again.
And when you first started the carnivore thing, it was a roller coaster, right? They were all fluctuating. It was like trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, the energy was down in the beginning, and I was still getting itchy from the beef. It's like certain aged cuts of beef can be high in histamine, so like you have to really get the fresh meat. That's what I learned. I now shop like either every day or every other day to get the freshest possible meat. And that's been a huge learning curve. I used to, because when I was a vegan, I would go shopping and buy an absolute massive amount of fruit that would last me a week or so. So that's what I was used to doing. So I did that with the meat. I would buy a bunch of meat and have that last my whole week. And I'm like, oh my God, like meat does not last that long in the fridge. And I would get sick and nauseous. I'm eating
You didn't want to
5-day-old
freeze it.
slimy.
You didn't want to freeze it?
I didn't. I was listening to Three Ridge. He was saying, don't ever freeze your meat.
Shout out to Gatis, the friendly vampire.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know what to believe. Like, does freezing kill it and it's no longer as healthy? I want the optimal health here. So I was like,
Optimal,
okay,
right?
I'm
Well,
not gonna
doesn't
freeze.
that word almost sometimes just really fuck the whole thing up for us? Optimal, right? Like if you could do something, but you know there's something better, it's like it can be so. I don't know. It's like if you're a perfectionist, so I think all human beings kind of are inherently, and we just channel it into different ways with whatever degree of autism we tend to roll with usually. And yeah, it's like me, like even like so I built this truck, and it's like, you know, certain things will be kind of perfect. You'll get it perfect, and then it's just it doesn't last forever. Like you paint a car and you drive it through freaking tree branches all the time. It's gonna scratch your paint. But it happens. You know it's gonna happen. But then it happens, and you're still just like, fuck. Like it was perfect, and now there's this scratch right there. And if I ever take a picture of it, I have to take a picture of the scratched side because I have to be honest with myself. I think we'll tend. That's kind of an extreme, like funny exaggeration, but we do.
People think I'm all over the place.
Like I think we tend to focus so much on like the imperfections sometimes, maybe almost to a fault, especially when you're trying to get perfect health. Because what is perfect health? Like what the hell is that?
Yeah, I think it's something. It's weird. Like I never would have done this in my early days when I just started eating healthy, trying to heal the colitis. I would not cheat ever. Like I was like, okay, this is the optimal way. Okay, fruits only. Okay, he said I can have steamed potatoes in the book, so we'll do that. Plain steamed potatoes. Okay, and
There's that synchronicity that I used to have all the time. Back in like 2014, 15. Oh, before I even made videos. Yeah. After getting into raw veganism. Just had synchronicity a lot.
I would never cheat. And now, I guess sometimes you have to be strict. When you have a chronic illness like that, okay, like spend a little time, heal up the body.
Yeah,
But after
like
a while,
if
it's
you're
like,
doing keto because you got epilepsy, right? I mean, that's kind of where it came about, the whole medical literature thing. It's like, if I'm not on a keto diet, I will be, twitching out on the ground with epileptic seizures, and there are children who needed it. So in that case, like being strict, for sure, super important.
yeah, some people need it. If you have Parkinson's and you're going to have some oranges and that's going to make you shake again, it's like, okay, don't have the oranges. Like, how good can they possibly taste to be worth the shaking? So for me, now that my health has steadied out, like I like cheating on fun things. Like they have
Oh,
these.
dude, you're out. All right, you left veganism, and now
Oh,
you're saying you're a
no.
carnivore, but you like cheating? This interview's over, dude.
Cheating.
Oh, good one. Yep. Once a cheat, always a cheat. That's right. He's cheated on every diet out there. He knows his stuff. He knows how to succeed. So they were all happy to all of these carnivores here were just happy to form a relationship with this ex-vegan who's cheating with them on the vegan diet. And now he's cheating on all of them.
Heretic. No, I'm kidding. I don't
I
give a shit.
know,
No,
I
that is
know.
funny, man.
I'm so
What do you like?
sorry,
What do you like to eat?
carnivores.
That's
I even
off
had
plan? What do you like to? What do you
I
like
had
to
our
cheat
buddy
with?
Frank Defano tell me I'm not carnivore enough. That's
You're not
not carnivore. You're not doing carnivore. I was
How
like,
do you
you
tell
sound
you
like a
that?
vegan,
How do you
buddy.
tell you?
Oh, this is some good stuff. The more things change, the more they stay the same. You're not carnivore enough. And they say only vegans pull that. Nope, humans are the same. There's the Twilight Zone episode from the 60s called People Are Alike All Over.
Tell you that. I had Frank on the other week. He
Hmm?
was pretty nice, and then after I had him on, he made some video like yesterday, or the other day, and he was like shitting on Michaela Peterson. Like she was like one of like the sweetest people in the world, and he's shitting on her, telling her, oh, she should give nutritional consultations because she had diarrhea when she started carnivore. She didn't know what she was
Yeah.
doing. I was like, what? What are you talking about, dude? There's people who have diarrhea for a few months when they switch their diet, and they got serious autoimmune conditions. It's like there are people who go through a really serious adaptation phase to a lot of these things. But that's not so nice. I think you're carnivore enough. I don't run. I
Come
don't.
on,
I don't
Frank.
know. I don't really run the I'm not a member of the Carnuluminati. The Carnu. I don't know what. We need a new word. The Leguminati. That one's easy for the vegan crew, but we don't have one for carnivore. But I accept
Post
you.
it down below in the comments.
Post down below. What
should
could
it
we
be?
be? I accept vegetable police though. Even let's talk about the cheating though. What do you cheat on?
Yeah, so I had we have these German pork legs out here, and this is cheating to me. Like I'm having my own cooked meats. I know all the quality, nothing's freaky in here. Like I know all the ingredients, and then I figured I'd try some things out here in Thailand because I was getting nauseous. I was just having boiled chicken for a while, and I was like, this is starting to suck. This is
Dude,
not
I
even
hate
fun
chicken,
anymore.
by the way. Like, I think the fatty acid profile of chicken is not great for me. I don't know. I don't like chicken. I love ruminants, man. Beef as well as a sheep.
Okay, let's skip over what he likes. I covered that previously.
Come on, Frank.
Come
Let
on,
me in the
Frank.
club. Frank.
Please approve of us, Frank. Think we're cool, Frank. We just want to be cool on the internet.
It's like I'm not eating enough organs for Frank. It's only a couple times a week. It has to be every day, and I think I'm supplementing. We might as well get into this vitamin C thing because I started supplementing with it, so that kicked me
You
into the carnivore
heretic!
club.
You're supposed to take 0 supplements ever. You're supposed to renounce all supplements forever for the rest of your life. They all have no place. Meat and salt.
Yeah, like I'm just theorizing.
I'm joking, just
and
to
I
the
could be
audience.
wrong.
I'm joking. I'm not anti-supplement in general. I think a lot of people put too much weight on supplements, and which does make it interesting that a lot of the carnivore style people are like, "Oh, fuck the supplements. You don't need them." That is needed to a certain extent, but I'm not all against supplements. There's some powders that could be
Yeah,
useful.
if they're beneficial, take it. If you're deficient in something and you can't get it from the diet, like there is vitamin C in a carnivore diet, you can get it if you're eating like 200 or 300 grams of chicken liver. That actually has enough vitamin C, but are you going to do that every day? And then there is the
How do we know what's enough?
dehydroascorbic.
How do we know what's enough?
Yeah, like who knows? Is it less because we eat less carbs? There's that.
There's that thing that I heard about a couple of days ago.
theory going around, which I'm not fully convinced of, but I don't know. And there's like these vitamin C mimicking.
See, what he's doing here is exactly what is one of the main criticisms of the video I'm going to be putting up in a few minutes. Well, maybe an hour from now. What he's doing is not good. Not good. And people are coming down on him. Me and a couple experts joined together to smash these carnivore gurus. That's my video. Playing God with the carnivore diet. Coming up in 1 hour. Big production. Oh, I'll show you a preview. Then we might as well wrap this up. This has gone on long enough. Here is a preview of my big motion picture. Well, it's only 12 minutes, but it's a big production.
Dramatic results from this carnivore diet.
The end all be all gravitating to.
Yeah.
Going in blindly.
Jordan's daughter, Michaela, who's had some pretty already benefiting greatly. The improvements.
Yeah.
When you're talking about most people's cases, you're talking about sometimes even less.
Teach me how you do that. I want it. I'll do it. You just tell me how to do it.
Talking about 1 year, maybe 2 years, sometimes even less.
There you have it. That's just a few seconds of this 12-minute video. Coming up in about an hour. Okay, I'm going to wrap this video up. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, so that you will know when I've uploaded a video. Get in early into the action. That's the way to do it. And rate this video too. Thumbs up or down. Leave a comment. Let me know how you like this setup. And I've just started with this live stuff. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff here that I can do. All sorts of inventive stuff. Yep, we're going to be doing live videos about 4 days a week, right after Casey uploads, Monday through Thursday. And now here I am on the weekend. Spontaneous. This just happened to come up. Now, I also appreciate the comments and people informing me of things going on, because I'm just one person. I don't have a team. I can't know everything that's going on. I'm not God. Okay. We're now ending this broadcast. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all my viewers sticking with this. We're going to keep progressing.